Hi, I'm James Eade of the Eade Foundation. You can call me Jim. The Eade Foundation is dedicated to building chess communities. And by that, I mean communities through chess. So if you're not part of a community and not part of a chess community, you can get there online. And if you can't get there online, we can help you. We can get you started building a chess community wherever you are. Whatever country you're in, whatever language you speak, it just doesn't matter. You can become part of the chess community. And if you're part of a community, you're never alone. So this is the purpose of the Eade Foundation. We concentrate on chess literacy, the ability to read and write chess notation, so that then you can access material, literature, books, and you can find that there's an ocean out there that you can swim in and learn and get as good as you want. So if you want to become excellent at chess, we can only take you so far, but we can put you in touch with someone who can take you as far as you want to go. And that part is up to you. And I want to mention one other thing. You can see that my YouTube screen, my YouTube channel is being promoted. The Eade Foundation, just go on YouTube, do a search for the Eade Foundation, and you'll find it. You'll see all of our videos. But I would like to also bring your attention to another thing. This is the sponsor, because we are connecting the chess community to the business community. And we need your support in order to do this. And this is the Fort Bragg Dollar Store, FBDSDollarstore.com. And if you use the discount code CHESS, they will flag it and know that your chess community is buying their products. And these products are quality products at inexpensive prices. I've been a long-time customer. I've always been satisfied. And if you order more than $25, you will have the shipping free, and you also get $5 just for joining up. So $20 on your first order will get it shipped to your door for free. And if you're like me, you'll like that, because I don't like to go shopping. A lot of people do, but I like to order online and have it come to my door. It'll be a quality product at an inexpensive price. So go to the dollar store, the FBDS dollar store in particular. It's the only dollar store that we have a connection with. Use the discount code CHESS, and they will know that the chess community is good for business. And that's the main thing that I want to emphasize today, to get people to go to this dollar store, use the discount code CHESS, and you'll connect the business community with the chess community. But let's face it, today is the chess files, and the answers are out there. So what answer are we looking for today? The question is, I have heard rumor about a chess tournament online, and I took special notice of it because it says it's the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. And I want to know what's going on with that. So I brought in a couple of people that I think have something to do with it. Chris Torres and Coach Jay Stallings. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
What's up with this? What's up with this tournament that has the Eade Foundation in the title? Tell me more about it.
Well, the Eade Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic is going to be online on Tornello on May 22nd. It is for scholastic chess players in the United States. It will be U.S. chess rated, broken into 4 sections by grade. And the overall goal is to raise awareness for the Eade Foundation and its goal in spreading chess excellence and chess literacy. To me, at least, it makes sense if you're going to have a chess foundation that's trying to spread chess excellence. One of the best, most obvious ways to raise awareness would be running a big chess tournament.
Wow. Well, why didn't I ever hear about this? I thought you would have contacted. Oh, wait, my producer's saying that he gave you the okay. What? He didn't. Okay. All right. So without me knowing anything about this, you guys have put together this Eade Foundation tournament, and I'm so grateful to hear about it, to learn about it. This is wonderful. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Our pleasure. I mean, I think your whole show is about community, and with Chris and I coming together to help to be able to run a tournament for the Eid Foundation. Isn't that the definition of community? We're all working together here to create the best we possibly can and offer the most possible for the kids out there.
And it's all about the kids, isn't it? I
Really
think
is, yeah.
always say, you know, if you give the gift of chess to a child, you give a gift that lasts a lifetime. It's an educational tool when they're young. It's a pleasant pastime when they're an adult, and it's a solace in old age, because when you're playing chess, you're not worrying about your doctor's visit or your hospital bill or any of that. So I think chess is a gift for many reasons. It could be a science, it could be an art, a sport, any definition that you want is fine with me. But giving it to a child is amazing, because I have, and I know you guys have, but correct me if I'm wrong, you see the light go on in a child's eyes and they think, I can play chess, I must be smart. And they get the confidence, they grow their confidence, which is directly transferable back into the classroom.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right, Jim. They're taking it right back to the classroom. And as longtime teachers, you guys like me, we're all getting the notes that are coming from the teachers, the principals, the parents, and then eventually, you know, we've all been around the block enough times that we're now getting emails from these 20-something and even 30-something-year-olds saying, "Thank you for teaching me chess when I was a kid, because it helped me to have confidence in my ability to solve problems," which is something that we have to do day in and day out. We always have to solve problems, and every chess game presents a lot of problems.
Well, I wish that weren't the case sometimes, because I'm not always solving the right way, but it's true. You learn a lot of things. You learn that not to be discouraged. Say a move surprise you. You just have to recover your equilibrium and get back to work and concentrate and come up with the best solution that you can. And so this perseverance, this determination, these are characteristics that chess develops in children, that they don't necessarily have other aspects in their lives to learn these lessons. And even the immediate postponement of gratification. When you first start to play chess, you want to move your queen out and move your queen out multiple times. And it's like, no, that doesn't work. And you know, you got to get the other pieces out first, and then
you want to play check, right?
Yes.
Before you
Every time you see a check, you give a check. Yes.
In thinking before you react in these tense situations, I've done a fair amount of coaching in the juvenile justice system, volunteering my time, and that's the primary lesson that I want to get across to the kids. It doesn't matter where I'm teaching them. It could be at the YMCA, it could be at the JCC. It's the same lesson. Think before you react in a tense situation, because sadly,
want to respond rather than react.
Exactly.
The first thought is not always the right thought. I was told to sit on my hands when I was young, when I was first playing chess, because my first impulse was to move. And then if just took a moment, just pause for a second and think, then I would see that's not such a good move. And so you don't want to react, you want to respond. You want to think before you move. But then there's a clock ticking. So
the ticking clock is like real life, right? We all have deadlines that we have to meet, and you have to decide whether or not you're going to turn in a perfect project sometimes, or if you're going to turn it in on time. And so sometimes we let ourselves run out of time, and if we miss a deadline, then we're in trouble. We might get a zero on a project, or you might get your case thrown out of court if you missed a deadline, or anything. You may not be included in next year's budget, for example, if you don't get your project done in time. And so, I always tell my students, if the judge wants the papers on the desk by 5 o'clock and it's 4:59, you shouldn't be running spell check. It's so
that's funny. That's a good one.
And so
there are consequences to not meeting deadlines. There are consequences to running out of time in chess. These are the consequences that you want to avoid. And there are some consequences that are acceptable. You know, like I remember watching Walter Brown playing speed chess at the end of his games because he would just think and think and think and think, and then he would be running out of time. And he managed it. But not everybody's like that, you know?
Yep.
So learn about yourself. You know, can I play speed chess at the end to catch up and make the time control? Or am I someone who has to budget my time more wisely?
I've heard good advice about that, you know, because parents and coaches will argue or have discussions about should my child play speed chess, and the idea is at a lot of your games it's going to come down to speed chess at the end. I mean, Walter Brown for sure, his games, you know, he would start with 2.5 hours, but before you know it, there he is with a minute on his clock, and he's still in the middle game. And so if we practice those situations where we have to act quickly under pressure, then that's going to prepare us for when it actually comes about, whether we planned it or not. You know, whether you're actually playing a bullet chess game or if you're playing a longer time control, and just after careful thought, you've suddenly found yourself with, just a couple minutes on your clock and a lot of moves yet to be played.
The other thing I noticed, I don't know if Chris, if you feel this way, but it's I have to control my breathing. When it gets time control pressure, you can panic, and then you can get all upset and think, oh, I only have so much time to, or you can just relax and just be calm and do the best you can. And I don't know if you've experienced something like that, but panic never helped me make a better move.
No, I mean, when you're feeling anxious, you're using that oldest part of your brain, right? The unevolved part of your brain is the fight or flight, responsible for the fight or flight reaction. And when you're playing chess, you want to be using the frontal lobe. You want to be using the logic center, and you can't use the logic center very well if all the blood's being rushed to the old part of the brain, the unevolved part of the brain.
Yeah. That's a great point. I remember playing a game against a 2400 rated player once. I was only 1950 at the time, but he had a lot to lose, right? Because he was so much higher rated than me. And and so I was pretty calm because I was like, okay, if this game doesn't work out, no big deal. But his knee was going up and down. And I think he was spending all of his energy on being nervous. And, it ended up working out for me. I won the game, but I was, I think it was mainly because I was able to stay calm. And of course, it's easier to stay calm if you're a little lower rated player and have less to lose. But that's a great point, Chris, that it's our, that old part of our brain, right? That is fight or flight, and the panic takes so much energy away from us. So you have to stay calm, and that's a really hard thing to do when the clock is ticking and your opponent's coming after your king.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard to do in life too, right? I mean, we were talking about lessons kids can learn from chess.
Life lessons.
That's an important one. How to calm the nerves and remain thoughtful.
Right. To remain calm while the storms of life are raging around you. This is a life lesson we all have to learn if we're going to function. And it's so true in chess, and people are wired differently. I remember playing Jay Whitehead, who was an international master, a fantastic player, and his knee was going just like Jay was talking about. His knee was going the whole game, and but that's the way he was wired. He just, that energy was just emanating out of him the whole time, the whole game. But if I was trying to do that, I would be exhausted by this, the first hour. Yeah. I would just be, I need a nap. I can't play anymore. So it's individual dependent, and each individual has to learn what works for them. But remaining calm while you calculate. And sometimes I would see a player take a deep breath. And that's good news and bad news. One is you're taking a deep breath because they're trying to relax. So you made them nervous. But the bad news is they're relaxing now. And they're going to kick in their frontal lobes. Yeah. So they're conscious that they were tense and they've relaxed themselves. So now the game on. You know, so
It's
but that's just one of the many lessons that chess teaches.
I think the more calm you are at the chessboard, the more nervous it makes your opponent. So,
and also you have to have that poker face.
oh
You
yeah.
know, but let's talk about that, because you know, if your opponent makes a move that startles you, don't give it away. Don't go, you know, just you know, I knew that. I thought that was good. Yeah, I thought you would play that. And but it's different from playing online, isn't it? You guys probably have more experience online because you don't see that, or do you see the person's face?
Well, it depends, right? I mean, if you're you know, if you're in a Zoom call and you're playing, then you can see your opponent's face. And but if you're just playing on a regular site, whether it's Lead Chess, chess.com, ICC, or Tornello, which is you know, quickly becoming a very worldwide respected site, and that's, you know, one of the reasons we chose it is because it's a great site, but you don't have your opponent's face in front of you unless you are using a Zoom or something like that gives you access to their video. So yeah, it's a whole nother game when you're playing online, and you have to focus a lot more. I think it's good, you know, you focus a lot more on the moves, and there's less of a psychological game going on, and it's a good place to learn to play. It's a good place to improve your game. But I have to admit, I sure love playing over the board chess because that little element of psychology, and you know, and just the camaraderie that we share when we play this wonderful game of kings and queens is, you know, it's just so
and the
great.
postmortems, you know, after, you know, if you're playing somebody that's, you know, polite, and you just analyze the game afterwards, that can build a friendship that lasts a lifetime. You know, so tell me if I've spelled this correctly. Let's see. Did I just make a mistake here? Show. Okay. Is that right?
You got it.
Okay. So that's the site that you're going to play in. What's the name of this tournament?
It's the we run so many tournaments. Coach Jay just finished with the Southern California Super States last weekend. But this one is the Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic.
Okay. And when is it going to be held?
May 22nd on Tornello. We chose Tornello because they actually were the site that the FIDE Olympiad used. And if it's good enough for players from, 180 countries, I think it is, or some huge amount of countries, right? If it can handle traffic from around the world.
Global, right?
Yeah, Jay was the one who gave me the tip on Tornello. As soon as I got the okay from you, Jim, to move forward a little bit with this, or from your producer, from your producer. I immediately tapped Jay, because between the two of us, we've both been doing this a quarter of a century. So you got 50 years experience. We've taught approximately 100,000 kids together personally. We're personally in the classroom with about.
Are you doing anything else online, Chris? Is there some other .com that we should talk
the daily chessmusings.com.
Oh, so you're experienced on this online stuff.
Yeah, I've been blogging since 2006, I want to say.
Wow.
Since 2006, and I've kept it up. I at least do 10 a month, and the nice thing is I can go back through there. I post most of my lessons so that I have easy access to go back. But the nice thing is it's like going through an old yearbook. I get to remember those experiences that I had with those students, those championships I won.
15 years you've been doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I blogged about going to Coach Jay's chess school. I think it was in Pasadena. We were overlooking UCLA, and we were doing some kind of chess cup down there. And I brought I was working with a bunch of children of migrant farm workers from the outskirts of Bakersfield, and I brought them down, and they got to play chess. against and compete with the sons and daughters of NASA engineers, and everybody was happy. That's
life-changing experience.
It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome.
Good
and
for
so
you, Chris.
it's really neat to be able to go back and see some of these games that I posted from years and years ago of the student or the pictures.
We've talked about the students, what chess can do for the kids, and we talked about this nameless tournament, E-Foundation tournament that you're going to be doing on the May 22nd. But how did you make it happen? I mean, what do you have to do to make a tournament online? I mean, I've never done it. Can you tell me about? Is it easy to do? Can you just flip a switch and? Well,
the first thing is Chris. I mean, Chris likes to get things. He likes to get things in motion and get things going and give opportunities for people. And so a lot of times people just react. They wait around for things to come to them. And Chris is one that has always been a starter. He initiates things and he gets things going, whether it's a camp with 1,000 kids, a free camp for 1,000 kids, or a camp for girls and boys together, that a special camp down in Southern California a few years back that he was running and invited me to be a part of. There's always something cooking with Chris. He's always has a new project going on. And so I kind of do the same thing over and over again, and with the camps and the classes and whatever. And Chris is always looking. He's like, what can we do next? And so this one started with I think Chris is saying, hey, we got to have a tournament here.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first guy I would tap, the first expert for these kinds of situations that I would tap to gain the wisdom, the knowledge to work with has been Coach Jay, time and time again. He's really, really hardworking, and he's a showman.
His reputation precedes him.
Absolutely.
You guys, you're too kind, guys. I appreciate it. But I mean, we're fortunate that we've had an opportunity to run, countless state championships. Every one of them in Southern California since 2011, and then a lot for the years before that, and other big events. And so I'm fortunate. My wife is right there with me, because if I didn't have her there, then a lot of these events might get run, but they just wouldn't look as good, and they wouldn't go as smoothly. So
it's a team effort always. It takes a person maybe to have the initial idea, but you can always do more with others than you can by yourself. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you guys have got a partnership here that's working. But I'm still unclear. Like, okay, you got the idea, then what what comes next?
Well, first things first. I get the idea. I check with the person that I want to run it for. So I checked with your producer, and then I called up Coach Jay and pitched the idea to Jay, and we threw around a lot of different ideas, because we have a lot of experience, combined experience, and it's a give and take. It is a true teamwork, and honestly, I ran the online camp. I run weekly tournaments online, but I've never run a U.S. chess rated tournament online.
Yeah, and that seems to be a different ball game. Yeah,
it's a little bit different. And so the first thing you want to do is look at what your experience is, and in running tournaments in general. So like I've heard from one of my friends that the first thing they teach you in vet school is how to the anatomy of a dog. And then anytime you're working on a different animal, the first thing you ask yourself is, how is this animal different than a dog? So how is a turtle different than a dog? Mm-hmm. And you adjust yourself. So in running the online chess tournament, the first thing, I asked myself is, how is this different than running a tournament in person?
Yeah.
So obviously you don't have to worry about the equations for the spacing of the chessboards. That's a big one, right? They're supposed to be what
6 feet or
6 feet. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about the lighting, stuff like that. But you do have to worry about the server you're using, how to communicate with the players. How are you going to communicate with the players?
What if the player has a question?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that was the first thing, and I brought up a lot of those concerns to Coach Jay in our initial conversation. And the neat thing about Tornello was that it answered a lot of these concerns. It was like a complete package built for this. And but let me toss the ball to Jay real fast to share his experience with Tornello and his experience running. Why don't you tell us about the Southern California Chess Super States last weekend and your experience with that?
So yeah, real quickly, Tornello was not what we used for Super States, just because it was so many students that it was kind of a quick thing. We had to put it together. I'll tell you the story in a second. But Tornello does have something really great about it, in that you can call a TD. You can click a button to call a TD, and the TD, it can be there to check out your game and answer your questions and that kind of thing. It was written.
That's cool.
This site was written with everything in mind. Just David Cordova out of Australia is the one that created the site, and he is a programmer and runs a chess program with 10,000 kids in the program. So
wow.
So he had to build a robust site that can handle all that traffic, and at the same time, he's been a chess coach for many, many years and understands what it takes, and what are the different stumbling blocks that you're going to have and come across. And so when Chris and I were setting this up, one of the things I think, Jim, that you were talking about was that you have to ask yourself, how do we set this up? And so we look at the format, what kind of tournament is it going to be? What sections, what different sections will we have? Time control, awards, and those kinds of things. And so we look at our different experience. We talk about what we're trying to accomplish with this tournament. We're not trying to qualify somebody to play against Magnus, who, by the way, Jim, look out, he's behind you. But
he's always looking over my shoulder.
Yeah, but we said, okay, we want this just to be a fun event that's accessible for everybody. So Chris and I, we talked it over and said, this is what we want out of the event. So that helps us to set a nice low entry fee, plus have awards for people, and have sections that are compatible to people. And last weekend I ran the Southern California tournament and had a great TD staff. We had over 300 kids playing in it, and it was divided up into, we had 2-day tournaments for the championship sections, and they had a slower time control with 6 rounds. And then for the junior varsity sections, they had a faster time control. So you look at these kinds of things, and they played just on one day, as did the kindergarten and first graders. And it was also a qualifier event for the national invitationals, the Denker, the Barber, the Herring, and the Rockefeller. So the students that won their sections, or the top, and also the top girl from the K-12, they earned the rights to represent Southern California at that tournament of the invitational tournaments in the U.S. Open.
Hey, my niece is playing around with us. Stop it.
In New Jersey.
Stop it.
Hey.
Stop it.
You're bouncing us around. All right. There we
Stop
go.
Stop it. Sorry, Jay.
Oh, it's
he does
fun.
this all the time.
It keeps us on guard.
One of the cool differences about an online tournament is you don't have the big overwhelming site cost and custodial costs. And the other thing is,
sure.
Jay and I are planning a live broadcast during this tournament, so we can peek in on games that are being played and comment on what's going on and share the excitement. And that's something we couldn't do in an in-person tournament, because you would affect the players if you start coming with a big camera or something and standing over their shoulder, you know, and writing notes. You know, you would make them nervous. But
well, once you get to a certain age, you learn that you're really a chess kibitzer now. You're no longer a player.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean,
you like to comment on other people's games. Oh, I wouldn't have played
that. There are a lot of advantages to online chess, and I think what happened in 2020 was a huge paradigm shift. You know, I know that over the board chess is going to return. Sure. It's already starting to, but I think you know, this whole COVID situation raised the importance of online chess.
Yes,
and forever it forever changed. It's not gonna immediately disappear when over the board chess returns. You know, it might be a 70-30 kind of situation, a 60-40. You know, as far as you know, Jay with his chess hoots, what he's doing, I mean, he's on the cutting edge with his product, because online chess, I think, has forever changed the educational model, how chess is taught.
Yes, Grandmaster Joel Benjamin told me that there's no longer any need for demo boards and that kind of stuff. You know, it's just quicker, faster, better to teach online.
You know, and Chris, you know, not every affiliate has survived it, as you know, and had an easy time with this transition.
An affiliate, Coach Jay, affiliate, like, there's a national governing organization for the United States. It's the United States Chess, U.S. Chess, and so they have, like you said, the super states. So the states have to be an affiliate. You just use that word, and it made me think, like, what is an affiliate, and how do affiliates function? Can you fill me in a little bit about that?
Yeah, an affiliate of the United States Chess Federation is not an agent. You know, legally, they're not acting on behalf of the U.S. Chess Federation, but you pay an affiliate fee, and it might be $40 or $50 a year, something like that. And the U.S. Chess Federation sends you a little package, and it helps get you acquainted with the rules and some of the processes, and then you can set up your online profile with them, and then you can start submitting tournament reports. You can sign up members with the Chess Federation, so it's like a club, you know. So the affiliates are different chess clubs, and it might be a Scholastic chess club, or it might be just a regular club that has members of all different ages.
Senior affiliates.
Seniors as well. You know, so then it might be, it could be any different kind of club, even an online affiliate as well. But the affiliates have had a hard time this year, and that's a challenge, because a lot of places, they may have somebody who runs their program who they love chess, but they don't love technology. And this year, if you weren't somebody who fully embraced technology and the changing environment, then that could be, it was a tough year for you. I know a number of affiliates and state affiliates that just said, we are going to wait until after this whole thing is over. And so it's been hard. A lot of them have shut down, and their users have gone and just are playing chess online and not seeing each other. And like Chris said, when the pandemic as it starts to close, people are going to come back in person, but some have already found a different way of playing. They are going to stick with this online, where they don't have to worry about anybody saying, really, you're going to play that move, standing over their shoulder, and they can play their games that way. Or maybe it's just more convenient. They don't have to drive 20 miles to the chess club. They don't have to get
Good
out
up
of their
hotel price.
Mhm.
so yeah, there's a lot of different reasons, as we're seeing right now with the kids that are choosing to stay home from school as schools reopen. A lot are choosing to stay home and not go back. I think in LA County, it's about 70% are choosing to stay home and not actually go back to school. And I think that's going to happen once the pandemic is coming to a close and chess clubs are all opening, and yet people may not be going there. But on the other side of the coin, there's all these new players that we got in 2020 that really either came back to chess, or they saw the Queen's Gambit and they got excited about chess, or maybe they just saw all these chess streamers who attracted them for whatever reason.
They're all over the place now.
Yeah, they're and there's a lot of different styles of chess streamers, so they attract a lot of different people. So
I think you're right. It was a paradigm shift. There really did. The pandemic, with all the downsides to it, there was some upside in that we now, even if we aren't happy about using technology, we kind of have to in order to make it work. And I don't think, Chris, when the pandemic hit, did you ever think, oh well, I'll wait till it's over, or did you say, how am I going to deal?
Sadly, I was right in the thick of it. 1 year ago, I was in the hospital for several weeks with double pneumonia and sepsis and everything else. Just trying not to get on the respirator. Right. And when I got out of the hospital, the only thing that the one thing I didn't want to see was anything about COVID. I didn't want to see it. And okay, so you don't watch the news, right? Okay, I can do that easy. I won't watch the news. But if I'm watching a basketball game, then a car dealership comes on and says, blah, blah, blah. We know it's a tough time with this. And we'll, because of this, we'll deliver. And
I'm sorry, I was so glib asking you that question. I'm sorry, because you had a very tough time dealing with this.
Yeah. So, sorry. I really got that. That was when I upgraded my blog to the instead of being a chessmusings.wordpress.com, I went and upgraded it to dailychessmusings.com. And, anytime that I wasn't, doing, respiratory therapy, stuff like this, or resting, I would just focus on chess. It was an escape from in fact, when I was in the hospital, it was an escape. It was an escape from the situation for me.
You get transported to the universe of chess, 64 squares.
Exactly.
Right? You don't worry about the rest of your environment. Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. But yeah, so then, I started reflecting on, how long is this going to last? What is the situation going to be like? And as Jay said, a lot of affiliates didn't make it. A lot of good affiliates, right? A lot of really superb chess coaches. Right. Now, when I was maxed out with my affiliate, Torres Chess and Music Academy, which is no longer an affiliate, it was, I chose to close it because I knew I was never going to be able, healthy enough to commute.
Yeah, that's like I was. I actually first knew you is with that affiliate. Yeah.
Yeah, and I maxed out with maybe 80 schools or something. Coach Jay is a little wiser. He kept it more local with his schools in his local area. So he was the main coach in a lot of these. When you try and train people to go out, there's a lot of other stresses because you aren't doing it yourself personally. But a lot of the affiliates that were on the smaller side that were great affiliates, very talented coaches doing, maybe 7 to 10 schools. Right. And doing a great job with it, weren't able to make it. And you can go to expireddomains.net or any of these things and just type in keyword chess and you'll just see all these domains every single week. Shenandoah, chess club, this chess club, this, just over and over and over again. And it's really sad.
My heart. Yeah.
The big affiliates, the big names, they get they get a little bit of a, unfair advantage with marketing, because they can tap on the shoulder of the national
Don't get me
federations.
started.
Yeah,
Let's not go there.
yeah. I don't want to. Yeah, but and so they're going to be doing. It's going to be different, like Jay said, but they're going to survive, and I anticipate that they're going to grow because they're going to absorb the vacuum. They're gonna pick up all those from the vacuum that was left by the small affiliates that went out of business, sadly, during this time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm very sorry to hear that, because hopefully they can come back. Do you think there's a chance that some of these guys would come back, or some of these people that?
It's gonna, I've talked with a lot of them.
A certain percentage that's it.
Well, I mean, they're also competing. So you got old timers like Jay and I, who are competing for viewership, right? We're competing with younger, more exciting, right? The majority of the viewership are young people, so they're more drawn to the younger streamers. And so if you're a very talented chess coach who's been doing it for a lot of years with that demo board,
right,
and you aren't so tech savvy, and then the big guys get the better mouthpiece anyways, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because there's a whole new generation. There's a whole new generation of chess promoters that really took charge, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited for them. I know most of them personally. I saw them playing Scholastic chess.
Yeah.
Jay and I are old.
It goes, right?
Jay and I are old enough to remember Hikaru Nakamura playing Scholastic chess. We're Daniel Naroditsky. I ran his first U.S. Chess Federation tournament that he ever played in.
Yeah.
He was unrated and walked into.
I remember Joel Benjamin when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So now he's winning the senior championships.
Yeah,
that's the way
funny.
It goes, right?
Yeah, I remember Joel Benjamin as a kid because I was a kid too.
Yeah.
So Joel and I are about the same age.
Young little brat. No, but that's the life, but you want to help those guys along too. So the lessons that you've learned, and that some of the lessons that you're sharing now, help other people. And that's part of being a community.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to make the community just you. You want to bring in as many people as you can. And if they go on to bigger and brighter things, be happy for them.
Yeah.
Because then that brings in more people.
And if I didn't mention it, I mean, like I said, it's not anything that's shameful. My affiliate closed. Coach Jay's affiliate closed, and I'm really pushing. I've rebranded myself as Daily Chess Musings, right? And Coach Jay's rebranded himself as Chess Hoots. And there was a big reset button. There was a big reset button that was hit, and it's a chance. It's a chance, even for some of these old time coaches to
get this right.
Approach
with the Z.
Oh,
Hoots with the Z.
With the Z, yeah.
I actually bought Chess Hoots with an S also, so if people go there, it redirects them to
smart
to
move.
So,
smart move.
You have to look at your candidate moves, and so I did that one as well. But yeah, Chris, our nonprofit affiliate that has been teaching chess in the schools for the last 25 years has stopped operating. I'm still teaching my online classes through Coach Jay's Chess Academy, and then I have the chesshoots.com where the people can go and they can watch a video and do a Kahoot puzzle all at the same time, and it's a fun way to learn and test yourself, because you can get the video and learn, and right after it there's some fun quiz questions to to reinforce the knowledge. So thanks for bringing that up, Chris.
Mhm.
That's a
No problem.
tried and true technique in
Yeah.
education. So good for you. And so all of these things you guys are adapting to. The environment changed. You adapted. Not everyone can, and so we're sorry for that. But you know, the answer is keep trying. And if you get thrown a new curveball, learn to hit the curveball. You know,
Yeah.
and if you can't, find somebody that can and have them pinch it for you. So it's you know, there's always a way. Just keep working at it. Never give up.
As chess coaches, we are role models, and as a role model, I don't want my students to remember me as the coach who only showed up when times were good and he was getting paid. I want to be remembered as a mentor who stepped up when the times were really bad. And you know, last summer I ran, like Coach Jay said, I ran a free chess camp for over 1,000 kids, and Coach Jay helped me a lot with that. And I know Coach Jay has been working as hard as anybody I know, and feels the same way.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Guys,
Appreciate it.
That's really great. So I'm getting told that I have to close the production. Stop it. And but I want to make sure that we don't forget to advertise your tournament one more time. The name of it is?
The name of it is the Eid Foundation's Spring Scholastic Chess Classic, and it's going to be May 22nd. You can find information. We already have a tournament page up on dailychessmusings.com.
So if you want more information, go to that URL, and you'll find information, and it'll be played on this site on May 22nd.
May 22nd. Yep.
All right. So you want to probably sign up and register before then, right?
Yeah. The cutoff date is May 21st, but you know, sign up sooner. It's only $20 plus the U.S. chess membership.
Right.
So it's very affordable, and we have 4 sections. It's a 5-round Swiss. So for any parents wondering, that means your kid doesn't get eliminated if they lose. They play all 5 rounds. The time control's very friendly. It's done in one day, and we're giving away 20 plaques for each section. And that's part of spreading the awareness of the Eid Foundation. Because if you give a trophy, you only put so much information, and nobody actually reads it because it's such a small label. If you put a plaque, there's going to be a plaque on 80 kids' walls after this tournament that says the Eid Foundation.
Wow!
Spreading awareness.
Thank you, producer. Thank you both. I really can't thank you enough, because one of the problems with starting a foundation like the Eid Foundation is who knows about you, and the people that I want to help don't know about me. I don't know about them, and so we've got to find a way to get in touch, become part of the community, and so you guys are helping me do that. And so you're part of the programs that we've started in Uganda, Zambia, South Africa, Nicaragua. You know, all of these things can't be done without support of other people such as yourselves. And I just tip my hat to you guys for all the work you've done.
Well, and, nice hat.
Thank you. We have more than chess in common.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take you guys backstage, but thanks again for joining the show.
Thank you.
This has been the Chess Files.
Thank
And
you.
you guys
so
helped
much,
with
Jim.
the answers. All right. So this has been the Chess Files. The answers are out there. Sponsored by the Eid Foundation. And also, I don't want to forget, the Fort Bragg Dollar Store. And if you go to the Fort Bragg Dollar Store, you will find quality products at inexpensive prices. If you use the discount code CHESS, you will connect the chess community to the business community. They will know that it's worth doing business with the chess community because it's good for their business. And this is what we're trying to accomplish, is connect the chess community with the business community, but we need your help. We need you to go to this URL. We need you to look at the quality of products that are available to you and how inexpensive the prices are, and order something. And if you will get $5 just for signing up, and if you ordered $25 worth, and use that $5 code for $20, you can get those products shipped directly to your door. And I think that I'd use it because I like getting things shipped directly to my door. And I think that you will like it too if you try it. So please try it. Now, this has been the Chess Files. The answers are out there. It's every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I want to thank all of you for joining, and I'll see you next week.